Hey everyone, welcome to another Anime Kingdom discussion and review. This one is on episode 3 of AntiMagic Academy 35th Test Platoon. And I feel like this episode was actually pretty good. Like, I like the pacing. I know a lot of people in the light novel said they don't like the pacing, but for someone who hasn't read the light novel, I feel like it's going at a good pace, to be honest. Another thing is this episode is pretty much all about, it's like focusing on the new character Nikaido Mari, which was that witch that we saw before, and she actually had, like, we saw a little bit flashbacks in this episode about her, what happened, and pretty much with that Valhalla guy, she was with him. She was getting all mad over innocents being killed. The Anti-Magic Academy came. He ends up killing a whole bunch of them. She gets caught. He uses something to lose. She loses all her memory, and she gets taken in. And now she is going to the school. So that's pretty interesting, to say the least. That's pretty much all we get for the bad guy, the main bad guy, that Valhalla guy. So we'll probably see more of him later on. But this episode is mainly focused on the character, learning about the character introduction of Mari, and pretty much interaction with the rest of the characters and getting her situated with everyone as a witch. You know, it's really disappointing that we didn't get as much Lapis. We get to see her at the beginning, and she gets introduced and everything, and she's going to be at the school. She likes to stay in human form, so they have to watch her, and she's going to be in class and everything, and known as Kusanagi Lapis. So she's pretty much his sister, and Takeru was like, what? And we even get like a moment where she's like, oh, Oni-chan. And it's like full on, like, oh, looks like there's the loli, kind of sister character. So yeah, another two people added to the harem, Lapis and Mari and everything. Well, Lapis did show up in the last episode, but you know what I mean. But this episode literally was mainly about Mari and Oka clashing, headbutting each other, obviously because she's a witch and all that kind of stuff, and they're fighting. And that when they were fighting in the halls, like, no ways no one heard them. And like throughout the time they're fighting, her about magic and everything, I'm like, someone's got to know now that she is a witch. No ways. Oka is being stupid right now because they're supposed to guard her and everything. And pretty much they clash and show, like, Oka's better at athletics, Mari's better at academics, she's smarter, and they're just clashing throughout the whole time until it comes to a point where their next subject of fighting over is Takeru. And it's pretty funny to just see them fighting each other and everything. I actually really like Mari's character. It might be my favorite girl at the moment so far. Full on tsundere moments a lot of the time. We see her dere side a lot, especially with Takeru. We also see that she is the kind of person, she's showing that not all witches are bad, not all magic is bad. There can be good help and everything, and it really does make sense. I can see that, and I'm glad they're putting in a different point of view, not just the witches are bad, witch hunt, kind of stuff. They're actually showing that not all witches are bad, not all the magic is bad in the world, because all we have right now is Oka just on a rampage, like, witches. We've seen what's happened with her, and Takeru has shown more of he doesn't really care if you're a witch now. So it's definitely good to see that interaction between them, and her kind of getting closer to him and obviously falling for him and everything. We do get some fan service. It's not too much, it's not too cringy and everything, so it's actually a good amount, to be honest. Compared to a lot of the animes this season or other animes recently with harem kind of etchiness kind of things, it was actually a good amount. I thought it was really cute when he walked in on her and she was like, oh, quit staring, I'm kind of, like, self-conscious. And I was like, he's just staring the whole time, like, oh my gosh. And then of course, Oka comes in and they get into that moment, and he gets stuck in between all of a sudden, whoa, and gets slapped. He also gets punched in this episode. I really feel sorry for Takeru in this episode. Poor guy getting stuck in between all of this nonsense and everything. But overall, it was pretty good episode. Good pacing, I feel, in all of this stuff that has happened. There was a mock tournament part, and a lot of people don't like that kind of stuff. It's like, it's kind of overplayed in any of these school magic kind of animes, but I thought it would have been good if they did a little bit more on it. I don't know if they're going to continue to do more on it in the next episode, how much they're going to put effort into it, because it's pretty in this episode. But I like to see that kind of stuff because it really shows the character development and interaction with the rest of the team, the teamwork. Because right now they pretty much have no teamwork, but they're slowly getting more situated with each other and everything, as you can see with Madi and everyone else. Um, Overall, that was pretty much the episode. The episode ended on a cliffhanger with Oka finding about Madi and the murder and everything. That's what happened, and we'll probably see more on that in the next episode. Why, the misunderstanding and everything. But obviously, Madi has no memory of it. She saw some of it, maybe getting slight flashbacks and everything, but she pretty much has no memory of any of that happening. So I'm wondering how that's gonna affect the group. That's probably gonna huge conflict in the next episode, and I can't wait to see how they, run with that whole thing. How is Takeru gonna step in between everyone, between them and everything? Because there's probably gonna be clashing again against each other, and I just can't wait to see that. Another thing is, before I end this discussion review, I was wondering is when they were at his house, I didn't understand why the sister was not there. I know he is doing this for his sister, getting money for his sister, but they didn't show his sister. I don't know if she's just not there. Is she gonna be a main character? Are they gonna introduce her? But it seems like something that I think they would wanna put in, and it would seem pretty interesting. So hopefully they do put that in, because I want to see his sister and see, the reason why he's doing all this kind of stuff, obviously. And yeah, that's all I really gotta say, guys. So hope you guys enjoyed this Anime Kingdom discussion review. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. If there's anything I missed and you want to talk about, comment below as well. And until next time, guys, see ya.